Testing, testing. Hello, guys. It's Average Gaming 06, and you're probably wondering, oh, hello, back again, whatever it is. Before any shit, from any of you lot, start commenting saying, oh, I thought Extreme Rules was your last video. Um, I had a little thought of it, and this isn't my official return. This is just let's just say I am now the Brock Lesnar of YouTube. So there will be a certain amount, there'll be a time when I'm gonna be like, okay, I'll make a video for about this topic. And this is the topic that I really want to talk to you, if any of you guys out there are Dragon Ball Z fans. Um, Before I get into this, two things I want to mention. Number one, thank you all for all the subscribers. I mean, you're still there. I mean, I have lost a couple, but that doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me throughout the day, and I love all my subscribers, man. I always check my YouTube in case any of you have messaged me or anything like that. I always try to keep in contact as much as possible on Facebook, etc. My wrestling is going great. It's fantastic. A lot of training, a lot of a lot of build and strength power lifting training as well, which is absolutely awesome. Right now, I am in definitely the best condition of my life. It's awesome. I mean, I feel great. I feel much greater in the mornings now. What I mean by that is that the time now is 22 past 12, so it's midnight pretty much. Like if I wake up in the morning, I'm fine. Like I'm not as tired because I have such metabolism, if that makes sense. So like because of all the exercising and the diet that I've been on, excuse me, it's making me feel even greater than before. Like even though I did train my ass off in other um with my other, I mean, like, I've got bruises on my arm, I've got bruises on my back, just generally just taking loads of bumps, and I'm out there doing constant bumps, 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 like, you know what I mean. But anyway, we're not going to be talking about wrestling today. We're going to be talking about Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, you know, I don't know why the click doesn't really make any sense. Shit. Hang on, squad, put him in the coffin. If you don't know what I mean, it's on Facebook. But anyway, Dragon Ball Z. Um, I have really been really tempted to make a video about this topic, and it's gonna be about the Battle of Gods movie that came out about 2013. Um, the revival of F, which is the current movie that they have released with the revival of Frieza, and a new series which I am looking forward to. Yeah, boy, it's gonna be fucking awesome. Um, okay, first off, Battle of Gods. I want to talk about that first because obviously that's the first thing you see in the title, right? So anyway, Battle of Gods is years. Like this is like I don't know exactly how many years from the Majin Buu saga, but it's obviously a few years after the Majin Buu saga. Kid Buu has been defeated by Goku, and Earth is at peace. And then one day on Earth, fucking what's his name, Lord Beerus gets waken up by Whis, which in this timeline is the most powerful character in the entire series, in the entire DBZ era. But anyway, Whis wakes up Beerus after having a 39-year sleep, which is fucking ridiculous. And then Lord Beerus had a dream about a Super Saiyan God. And before he mentioned the dream, he was like, "Did Frieza destroy Planet Vegeta for me?" And we said yes, without a trace. And Beerus is like, "Yeah, good, good, yeah, yeah, yeah." And I mean, I would have done it myself, but I'd rather have a nap. Then he says, "I'm not a big fan of Frieza's either. So self-important. If we ever cross paths again, I'll entirely wipe the bugger out." And Whis replies, "Impossible, I'm afraid. During your nap, somebody already defeated Frieza." And Lord Beerus is like, "What? Someone more powerful than Frieza?" And Whis explains what's been going on for all the time that Beerus has been asleep. Beerus is like, "This is strangely familiar." And this is the thing that really got my attention. It's not just the fact that he had a dream about a Super Saiyan God. And I think he might be dreaming. He was probably thinking about Bardock, which comes to what I'm about to talk about later in Revival of F. Um, so yeah, so he has this dream about Super Saiyan God, right? And he's like, yes, it's a premonition. Yeah, it's a premonition. No, no, he's really tempting because he's not. It's not a mixture of evil and good. He's just a god of destruction. He just like, yep, I just destroy planets because, which comes to Goku, training on King Kai's world. So Whis and Beerus they're off to King Kai's planet by some transportation with Whis. Excuse me, and Goku's training, and for some reason he has some blue white jacket thing on, which is funny. But he's training on King Kai's world. King Kai's like really really panicking. He's been talking to Supreme Kai and old Supreme Kai. I can't remember his name. And Goku finds out, and he's like, "Wow, yeah, I can't wait," because he's a guy that just wants to fight, as well as Beerus. So they're both quite in common characters in a way. Um, Beerus meets Goku. He explains, "Do you know anything about the Super Saiyan God?" And Goku's like, "No, I have no idea." You know, and then he says, "Whis tells me you're the one who slaughtered that bastard Frieza." And Goku's like, "Yes, I did. Yeah, I defeated Frieza." And then Beerus is like checking him out. He's checking all his pressure points, etc. And he goes, "It doesn't seem possible you could be him as you are, but I understand you're capable of transformation into one of these Super Saiyans." And King Kai's all like, "Yeah, yeah, it's quite a power up. I mean, it's powerful. And then Beerus is just like, "Nah." You know what I mean? Then Goku turns into a Super Saiyan, then to a Super Saiyan, into a Super Saiyan 2, and then finally into a Super Saiyan 3, which was his ultimate form at the timeline. Because obviously in the Buu saga, Super Saiyan 3 was the form, at the time. Until this movie, of course. Anyway, he fights Beerus. Goku can't even land one punch on him, and fucking Beerus knocks him out with only 2 blows. He all we did, if any of you have not seen the movie, there's a spoiler alert. Goku goes for a punch from behind. He grabs the hand, he flips him up, and Goku's rolling. That's fucking hilarious. And then he chops him on the neck to make him unconscious, and that's what happens. And then they leave. And before was like, I'm gonna go to Earth to check and to talk to Vegeta and all the other living Saiyans on Earth about the Super Saiyan God. Yet nobody knows. Even King Kai doesn't even know anything about Super Saiyan God. Anyway, Beerus goes to Earth. Goku is worried as hell. He's training on King Kai's world, and we all know what happens. Beerus gets angry with a bunch of pudding with Majin Buu. Vegeta's trying to keep his temper. Tempered? What's the word? Bollocks. What's the word? Temper. Trying to keep his temper cool. So like he's trying to keep it mid. So he's not trying to piss him off. Because if you do, then he's just gonna blow your world up. That's what Beerus is. But anyway, he beats the crap out of everybody, even Vegeta. And this is one bit I didn't get. Okay, Vegeta slightly, for that, but this much, overpowers Goku. While Vegeta fights Beerus, he hits a few blows on him and a final flash, right? No, a final shine attack or whatever you call it. And he's a Super Saiyan 2. Goku was a Super Saiyan 3. He couldn't even land one punch. But yet, Vegeta, out of anger because Beerus slapped Bulma, which does make sense in a way, because that's how Super Saiyans get so angry and so powerful. You know what I mean? Like when they show emotion and angry. I mean, how do you think Goku became a Super Saiyan in the first place? Krillin got killed by Frieza, and he turned to a Super Saiyan by anger. You know what I mean? And that's the sort of thing what happened with Beerus and Vegeta, which is understandable at the same time, but we're like, really? You know what I mean? Because Super Saiyan 3 is more powerful than Super Saiyan 2, and Super Saiyan 2 slightly overpowered the Super Saiyan 3. Like, what? But anyway, it was pretty good. It was a pretty good fight, and it showed us what's next for Vegeta. Anyway, Goku comes back on Earth. They summon the Dragon Balls to summon Shenron. They ask him about the Super Saiyan God. He did hear about it, so he explains how to become a Super Saiyan God. And they get the Saiyans all together. Goku turns to Super Saiyan God, and then Goku's fighting Beerus as the God. But anyway, this is the big question of the more of this movie, in my opinion. Um, why did Goku, like, he absorbs the Super Saiyan God powers because it's the similar thing when when you fuse somebody with the fusion technique, you lose your power after a certain amount of time. Yet Goku absorbs the Super Saiyan God powers, right? So he doesn't become weaker, but in his original base form, he becomes more stronger, and that's why he turned into a normal Super Saiyan. But he can still land punches on Beerus. This is the time when, even though he's a Super Saiyan with a little bit of Super Saiyan God powers, he's more powerful than the Super Saiyan 3. Then comes to when he's fighting him in space. Goku is pushing off Beerus's massive destruction attack, and then Goku becomes unconscious again because I think this is during when he's in throughout the atmosphere or some shit. But then for some random reason, this comes to the question of more about this movie. Goku randomly gets the last bit of power from the god powers and just absorbs that energy that Beerus landed on Goku. And I'm like, how the fuck did that random bit of blue energy or where this god energy came from and just absorb that power from Beerus? And I think the blue is what gave us the tease for the revival of F. I don't know about you guys out there, but that's how I see it. I don't know. I don't know what else to come up with. And that's what I'm interested to see in Revival of F. Is there going to be an explanation why? For some random reason. Maybe it was good energy. Because I mean, the reason why the Spirit Bomb defeated Kid Buu is that the fact it was good energy. You know? That good energy just overpowers the evil. It was the same thing for this, really, the way I see it. But just at the same, like, even Beerus and Goku, they had no idea what happened. Goku just woken up and just fucking went. That scene was amazing, by the way, because I saw the fight earlier because I wanted to recheck things before I did this video, and the fight between Beerus and Goku, it's very underrated. I find it a very cool ending because usually in Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball GT, there's always a death, of the enemy or a good guy. In this one, there was no deaths. There were no deaths at all in this movie. And even in the fight, it was a very cool ending to me. It felt like it just reminds me of watching the Rocky Balboa movie, because Rocky loses at the end and then he retires, But in this, there's no winner. Like Beerus could have won, well, Beerus would have won if he would have continued, but he was like, "No, you're out of stamina. I just want to hear you say give up," and that's what happened. Beerus didn't destroy Earth because he used up all his stamina. But anyway, he was in 70% power during the fight with Goku as a god. Goku was 80% when he fought him. When Beerus went to 70%. And then Goku went 100% with that absorb, and that's what that last 20% of power in the God form gave to Goku, and probably absorbed that energy from Beerus, which comes to the revival of F. No, hang on, no, the series. No, sorry, revival of F first, and then the series. Okay, so the revival of F is the revival of Frieza, as we all know it. It's 3 years after Battle of Gods. Okay, so it's one peaceful day on Earth, which is cool. You see Krillin as a police officer and all that sort of shit. I have not seen the movie, but I know what happens. But I'm going to watch it anyway because I love Dragon Ball Z. I've loved it for a long, long time, and I'll continue to watch it anyway. A lot of people are really criticizing on this movie just generally because of Frieza's revival, but I don't fucking care because Frieza is a fucking badass. I love Frieza's character. It's awesome. Chris Ares or whatever his name is a fucking awesome voice actor, and I really cannot wait to see him what he does in this movie because he's way better than Linda Young. Um, but that's my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I do like Linda Young, but the one thing that really pisses me off about her is her laugh, the laugh of Frieza. Or whatever it is, I don't know, I can't do it. That sounds like a more of a Mark Hamill Joker laugh, but really bad. Anyway, this is the timeline 3 years after Battle of Gods. So a peaceful day on Earth, and then these two random people out of nowhere from freaking Frieza's army. I can't remember their names. You know, the little bit blue, small, chubby guy, and that weird-looking, bald, skinny Nappa. They collect with the Dragon Balls with them three characters from Dragon Ball. I can't remember their names. Like, God's sake, Ross, you're a Dragon Ball fan. How the fuck can you not? Like, how the fuck do you not remember the names? But anyway, you know, Dragon Ball Z fans out there, you know what I'm talking about. Excuse me. They were in Battle of Gods 2, which was awesome. They summoned the dragon, and the worst wish was to revive Frieza, which happens. Frieza comes back, and Frieza has his full army. In that ship. They all come out. Frieza comes out. Frieza destroys a city for just the one finger blast or whatever it was, which was awesome. And then Goku and Vegeta, whilst that's happening, Vegeta and Goku are training with Whis on their planet. And this is the point when Beerus wakes up after 3 years from Battle of Gods. So Beerus, he wakes up, and the sneeze that he did in the trailer for the new movie, he destroyed a freaking asteroid or whatever it was, or a planet. And that's when you see Goku and Vegeta doing this, like doing that, and there's Whis just standing there with his freaking staff, which was quite funny actually. And then Goku and Vegeta are training with Whis. Goku and Vegeta cannot land one punch on the fucker. It's quite funny actually. But anyway, I think they punch each other in the face at one point in the movie, like as in the training with Whis, which is quite funny. And then Bulma, I believe, was threatened by Frieza to say, "Where is Goku?" And Bulma's like, "I don't know. Just give me some time." And Frieza goes, "Okay, I'll give you some time. I'll give you 10 seconds." And Frieza's like, "Oh shit." Oh no, Bulma's like, "Oh shit." And like, Goku come to Earth, and then I believe he does the instant transmission, goes to Earth, and Whis and Beerus go to some whatever place because there's shitloads of asteroids or whatever they call them, and they're standing there spectating the fight. So Goku and Frieza fight in the first bit. So Frieza turns into his full form, and I believe Frieza asked the question, "So Goku, why aren't you a Super Saiyan?" And I believe Goku's all like, "Well, I've overpowered the Super Saiyan among Super Saiyans," or some shit like that. I haven't seen the movie yet, guys, so correct me if I'm wrong, if I say anything wrong, of course, about the movie. This is just my perspective or my point of view from what I see from the movie. So Goku and Frieza fight. Goku absolutely destroys Frieza in this first bit of the fight, and then at one point, Goku reverses his like big ball of energy attack with a big Kamehameha, and then Frieza's overpowered massively from Goku, and Frieza gets pissed off, and then Vegeta gets angry at Goku. Vegeta attacks Goku, and he says, "You need to stop being such a dickhead and take this fight seriously." Because apparently, when Frieza was powering up, apparently Vegeta or Goku said something like, "There's something different about Frieza," or some shit like that. And then I don't know what happens from there, but I think Goku turns into a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, which is probably the worst fucking name ever. And then Frieza is like, "All right, you've got a new form. Let me show you my next evolution." And everyone's like, "What the fuck?" And he turns into his new form, which to me looks like a freaking basketball player. But anyway, So he's like, so let me continue with my revenge. So now he's beating the shit out of Goku, and this is the bit that I want to talk about. I can understand that Goku has the power to turn into this so-called Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, but why couldn't he do this in Battle of Gods? You know what I mean? So I mean that's now it's going to be like a question for the new series. If they're going to build the series after the Majin Buu saga to the build of Battle of Gods, and then to the build after Battle of Gods to Revival of F, they have to at least explain how Goku got that Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't really make any sense to me. But I think that's why they're like, we're gonna make a new series. But okay, anyway. So Goku's getting his ass kicked by Frieza. Frieza's overpowering Goku. He's dodging and everything. And then Goku loses his power or something like that. That's when you see him on the floor when Frieza's just stomping on him and kicking him to a wall. And then in the trailer you see Beerus saying, "This is what happens when you're too soft and naive," or some shit like that. And that's when you see Vegeta come up to Goku when he's lying there on the floor, nearly unconscious. And I believe Goku somehow gives him the power, which really gives me a humongous mind fuck about all this. You need to have like 6 Saiyans around you to become a Super Saiyan God, right? So how the fuck can you how the fuck can you give that energy, that powerful energy, and just give it to someone else? And I'm like, and so okay, fair enough. Vegeta becomes a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, which is fucking badass, and it's fucking awesome because Vegeta is the fucking man. Um, Vegeta outpowers fucking Frieza like a bitch. So Frieza, like, I'm really happy for Vegeta in this moment. Toriyama did a good job on this scene because it made Vegeta look so much stronger than Frieza. Like the fact that Frieza kicked his ass on Namek, and then he's like, "This is what happens when you kick a Saiyan's ass, and this is what happens when a Saiyan gets revenge." Or whatever. So Vegeta's kicking Frieza's ass, and then Frieza turns back into his original final form, which is the white and purple, to describe it. Um, I mean it's on YouTube. We've all seen it. We've seen the fight. It's a very short fight. Vegeta just kicks his ass, and I'm assuming Vegeta is just taking his time with him, and Frieza gets desperate and destroys the planet. And apparently, spoiler alert, Vegeta dies. Okay, oh fuck, Vegeta dies. The planet is exploded, and that's what happens at the very end of the trailer when you hear Goku screaming, and the Earth explodes. Okay, so this is the ending of the movie, guys. Before I say anything else, this is the ending of Revival of F. Dude, this is a spoiler. Get off this video right now if you're watching it, okay, and you've not seen the movie. Goku somehow goes back in time with Whis' power because Goku's like, you can do time traveling, and he's like, yeah, I can do that. And he said, can you do this? Can you like take me back to the timeline when Frieza almost destroyed the planet? So Goku comes back, and it's all back to the same timeline, and then Goku takes away Vegeta's win with a humongous Kamehameha. Now, to me, this is a very shit ending because, Frieza dies, obviously, but that humongous Kamehameha. To me, it just sounds like all this build to this movie, and then it just goes by the very end. That's how I feel about this ending of the movie. Vegeta should have got his shot. This was Vegeta's time to get his revenge on Frieza. And this was the worst thing that Vegeta could possibly have now. Akira Toriyama, you promised us. You promised us that Vegeta would be the main character of this movie. But no, you let Goku just win at the very end. Of course, I mean, it's understandable. Like, if anyone was in that position that you had one chance to make history right, you would have to do it. And Goku's, and I believe like Vegeta's like, what the fuck, man, Kakarot, what the fuck? That was my moment. And then Goku was like, you don't understand. I went back in time. You die, and everyone else dies. I had to do it, and you know, and then and I believe Frieza goes back to hell, and then the movie ends. Okay, so first question: what's next for what happens after Revival of F? Is there going to be a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan fight between Goku and Vegeta? Because that'll be fucking awesome. What I can see in the new series, uh, shit, fucking lamp. That's it. See, like you've got fucking bruises everywhere. My arm really fucking hurts. But anyway, I hope they do the entire storylines from after the Boo Saga all the way to Battle of Gods, and then after Battle of Gods, like after the build up to Battle of Gods, um, and then they start building from Battle of Gods all the way to Revival of F. The one thing that I want Akira Toriyama to do is to show Whis what he's capable of. This has been a question that a lot of DBZ fans have been really like requesting to see, and the same thing with me. I'm actually quite a big fan of Whis, because in the game he is pretty much untouchable. Well, of course you can beat him, but you know what I mean. But could you imagine what he could bring on the table? Like if you made him, like imagine if you made him angry, right? What would happen if we found out in the series, like, oh, I'm only using 50%, I'm only using 30% of my power, and no one can fucking touch him. Goku's at 100% pure power, and he's only at 30 or 20, and they're like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, what power level was Whis when he just chopped Beerus? I mean, what power level was Beerus when he got chopped by fucking Whis? Like, could you imagine how powerful Whis must be? And how could Beerus, of course Beerus as well, how could they show what Beerus is capable of at 100% pure power during the build to Revival of F or the build after Revival of F? I mean, do we know if the series is going to continue after Revival of F? I hope it does, because there's got to be another fight between I think they should do a fight between Goku, Vegeta, and like as a tag team versus Beerus and Whis. I mean, Goku, no, just Beerus, because Whis would just dominate, because Whis is the most powerful at this timeline. And will we see more gods? That's also another thing that a lot of fans have been talking about. Like when Beerus mentioned there were like 12 gods in total, and I'm the seventh of this universe. Um, and most of them are even more mightier than them, Whis and Beerus. So what the fuck? It's a complete mind fuck, isn't it? So we have to wait and see what will happen in the series and the Revival of F. And there's many questions to ask, and there's too many questions to answer. But guys, I really do hope you've enjoyed this video. This has been a topic that I've always wanted to talk about for a while. I do hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll let you know if I am going to be doing a payback live reactions. I doubt it, but we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, guys, this is your boy Average Gaming 96. Please take care, and please like and subscribe.